I agree with you on one thing, that a person like you should never and will never stand behind the seal of presidency. You are a DEI vice president. And contrary to our kids, the worst that America has to offer. I will pray for you that God has mercy on your soul.
Wow. Girl, I'll say it and I'll say it again, Kamala Harris. Girl, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. These people are not playing with you. You better come out and say something. You better not ignore this. Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, I've got some more gold star families. We all know that the left tried to accuse Donald Trump of using what happened in Afghanistan and appearing at Arlington as some kind of political ploy. But those gold star families came back in full force in support of Donald J. Trump. They were not having any of Kamala's lies or any of the left's lies. And they came out in full support because they invited Donald Trump to the event that the Biden-Harris administration didn't seem to care enough about or seem to mention the fallen's names. But Donald Trump seems to care. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Now, let's get into it. So we're going to hear from various family members of the fallen in that disastrous pullout from Afghanistan back in August of 2021. These men and women, the brave, fought and gave up and made the ultimate sacrifice. And we want to remember them. And we also want to remember Corey Compertori, who was at the Trump rally July 13th. And died protecting his family. We have to remember those who were worthy of respect, even after their death. We want to do that. We want to remember them. We want to say their names. So let's go. And here we have Christy Shamblin, mother-in-law of Sergeant Nicole G., giving her remarks to Kamala Harris.
Vice President Harris, my name is Christy Shamblin. My daughter-in-law, Sergeant Nicole Leanne G., was killed in the Afghanistan exit at Abbey Gate on August 26, 2021. This year, for the third year anniversary of her murder, we welcome President Donald J. Trump to Arlington to lay a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier with our family and to visit Nicole graveside. President Trump and his team were respectful. They listened to our stories and didn't talk much at all. We welcomed them that day and they were comfort to our family. Vice President Harris, I ask you, why won't you return a call and explain to us how you call my daughter-in-law's death a success? Vice President Harris, why will you not express your condolences yourself? Why have we never heard from you? And finally, why would you take a day where we celebrated the death of our loved one and use it to disparage not only them, but us? President Trump has called. President Trump shows up. And President Trump takes the time to hear our loved ones' stories. Why won't you do the same?
That's deep. In a minute and a half, she could have destroyed Kamala Harris's campaign. That was 90 seconds of pure restrained emotion so she can get through this video because it is bubbling under the surface. You can hear it in her voice. You can see it in her eyes. Oh, these are hard on me. I'm sitting here fighting back tears. So Donald Trump, again, whatever you can say about him, he's not perfect. Neither of us are. I've got my flaws. I certainly have a tendency to get fired up at times about things I feel passionate about. I may say the wrong things. We all are guilty of that. But it doesn't matter. God knows that. We have to lay it at the altar and say, Lord, help me with this, because Donald Trump shows up. He takes calls. He shows up. He takes calls He's comforting the families. And all of these testimonies are on Donald J. Trump's account, social media accounts, his Instagram and his X. They're there for us to view. That is something. You know what I mean? That is something. He is giving the names and their rank. It means something to him. And people can bring up whatever they want from his past. The past is the past. What are we doing today? God doesn't hold our past against us, and neither should we hold other people's past against them. So let's look at some more testimonies. Here we have Herman Lopez, who's the father of Corporal Hunter Lopez.
Good afternoon. My name is Herman Lopez. I'm a Gold Star father. My son, Corporal Hunter Lopez, was a U.S. Marine killed in action on August 26, 2021. This message is intended for Vice President Kamala Harris. I'm not a person who usually takes to social media, but earlier today, your post regarding the incident at Arlington National Cemetery was brought to my attention. After reading it, it caused a reaction with me. You indicated in your post that you support the military and military families. I, for one, have not seen that support. It's been 3 years since my son was killed in action, and myself, my family, and other Gold Star families have not seen any support from you or your administration. You may make hollow promises about the economy or anything else you'd like to make promises about. But one thing that I ask of you, and the reason I'm making this message, is for you to stop making comments about your support for the military. As a Gold Star father, I know that you have not supported us. I know that you have not supported other Gold Star families. Please stop making these types of comments because that support has not been demonstrated. Your words are hollow and empty. My other request is that for the American public to know that these messages, these promises from Kamala Harris, especially in regard to supporting the military and our military families, are false and baseless. They have not been proven, and she has not earned our respect. Thank you very much.
Kamala Harris, girl, you're in trouble. While I sit back fighting tears, you're in trouble. You are in, I don't know what's going to happen to you. I'm telling you all, and I've been saying what I think is going to happen with the fact that I don't think Kamala Harris is going to end up being I know they confirmed her at the DNC. I know she officially is the Democrat nominee for president, even though she wasn't primary. Nobody voted on her. But anyway, so I don't know if the Democrats are stuck with her. Are they actually stuck with her? Or will they change some law in the middle of all of this? Because they're good at doing that. We're going to change the law so we can get somebody else, because this one can't even do interviews. And now the Gold Star families are blasting social media, calling her out. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know if anybody supports Kamala who's watching this. You know, you do what you do. But those of us who support Donald Trump, we're looking at his track record, not some off-the-cuff comment or not some spin of propaganda lies that the media has said about him. We're looking at the actual facts. And these families have come out and exposed Kamala. I mean, this is like some major exposure here. This is so major. They just flat out, they were there and she was not there. And, you know, she wouldn't come because, you know, they're not important enough, evidently, to her, according to them. They've said that she doesn't take calls, that she said she supports them, but stop saying that because that's not true. What? Mr. Lopez says that's not true. You haven't demonstrated that at all. Whoa. And the other lady, Nicole Shamblin, said that Donald Trump takes calls. He takes the time. He shows up. Where are you, Kamala Harris? Oh, you know she's not going to show up to remembrance of what happened in Afghanistan 3 years ago. She's not going to do that because she can't even show up for an interview by herself. So why would she show up to something like this? She hasn't shown up for the American people in the past 3.5 years. What makes us think she's going to show up now? We can't be played. People who are surface level, low information voters are being played, and they're voting for Kamala Harris. Why? Don't mention she's a woman of color, and you cannot mention Donald Trump. Go. Why? That's my point. They can't say anything. And I got some people in my family I want to say why you support her. Don't mention because you can't say anything about Trump. The fact that she's a woman or a woman of color can't say anything. Go. They won't be able to say a darn thing. Their mouth going to be shut. They're just going to say, well, I'm still not going to. Okay. Wallow in your ignorance. Let's look at another testimony.
Vice President Harris, my name is Steve Nakui. I'm the father of Lance Corporal Kareem M. Nakui. And your administration killed my son, deliberately in exchange for political theatrics, so you could have a final day of the evacuation coincide with September 11th. Ignoring the advice of your generals, the Doha Agreement, and countless other veterans and members of Congress. Denying the safety of the Afghans and the servicemen and women. Your choice to play politics in 2021 killed 170 Afghans, 13 U.S. service members, and wounded 45 of our service members, as well as countless Afghans. You were not at Dover for the dignified transfer. At no time have you reached out to me to offer your condolences, to offer thank you for Kareem's sacrifice and service. Not once have you honored him by saying his name, so I said it for you. You have disparaged all 13 who have lost their lives as well as their families, exhibiting your lack of gratitude by your silence. I agree with you on one thing, that a person like you should never and will never stand behind the seal of presidency. You are a DEI vice president. And contrary to our kids, the worst that America has to offer. I will pray for you that God has mercy on your soul.
Wow. Girl, I'll say it and I'll say it again, Kamala Harris. Girl, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. These people are not playing with you. You better come out and say something. You better not ignore this. But you know what? I don't want you behind that seal, President of the United States, anyway. He said you are a DEI hire. What? And he said you are to blame for the loss of life. What? Now, ooh, this just won Donald J. Trump the White House. Again. This is gooder than chicken. Got that from David Gibson, fellow YouTuber. Yeah, that's right, Kamala Harris. Yes, girl. You done messed up big time. You are cooked. Your goose is cooked. Time out for you, you DEI hire. And yeah, you know, people want to come up and say, I'm with her. It's a lot of people not with her. Oh, we're going to see November 5th. Oh, it's going to tell the tale. And we're going to pray about everything being fair. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is historic. This is campaign ending. I don't know how she can recover from this. It's over. Okay, it's over. It's over. This is something. This is something. And I don't want her to be, I just want her to go away, really. Nothing bad happened to her, just step down, just go away. But I feel bad for those families because I'm sitting here getting emotional, hearing it in their voice, just what they're saying. And they have the picture of their loved ones, some of them. Oh, woof. And the current administration couldn't think of anything to do but accuse Donald J. Trump of a political ploy. And people have come to, as you see, they've come to Donald Trump's defense. This should have been the last thing Kamala Harris wanted. Oh, the evil powers that be on the left. Oh, they don't like this. Now they're going to try and figure something out. Now that's the scary part, what they're going to figure out, because I have no idea what that's going to be or what that entails. Oh gosh, that is something else. You guys tell me, give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think about all of this. This could end it for Kamala Harris. And I'm not just saying that. I just don't see how she can come back from it. What can she possibly say? Either if she doesn't say anything, that's continued ignoring of them, which they're going to call out again. Then if she does, Oh, you're just saying it now because we called you out. It's a lose-lose for her. You all tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.